Hello, my
Confession
friend.
time. Confession time right off the bat. I
Okay.
find myself singing that song. Like, I'll be like doing dishes or something, and I'll go, buckle up and ride. I'm like, what is it that I'm like, we're singing our own theme song? Like, is that allowed?
I'm telling you, all we're missing is our shirts. That's the big goal for this year.
I think
We need merch, a hat. We
to sell
definitely
to
need that.
the. I don't even know that you could get.
Christy, we need merch. Need
Yeah.
you to do a From the Pressbox logo.
We have our logo.
From the Pressbox.
I mean, listen, that logo that I made there in the corner took me all of, I mean, you don't like it?
Oh, I love it. But I'm just saying, we need merch. That's the whole point that I'm trying to get from this.
So you're trying to get money out of our well-endowed listeners? Is that what you're trying to say?
I want those 38 cents that we've earned.
Mm-hmm.
Let's
earned?
Let's let it ride.
Have we earned them?
Listen, I have to put up with you every Wednesday night. I've earned quite a bit.
You have to put up with me. I think we have to put up with you. I mean, you should see the messages I get about Paul Reeves or some of the things you say.
We both have to put up with Paul, so.
Yeah, it is a good show here. For one, it was interesting. So this morning, usually Wednesdays, I'm not on our morning show. Typically, I'm behind the scenes, which is a lot better because I can get some work done during that period of the show.
All day today.
What?
The one girl was on her phone like all day today. I watched a little bit of it, and every time I turn it on, she's literally staring down at her phone.
That's every day. Okay. But it's good because I can get some work done during the show. Sorry, you threw me off. But what I did is I was thirsty during the show, and I didn't really want water. I was like, you know what? And I opened up the fridge, and kind of in the back, in like a timeout corner, was the Milos. And I was like, you know what? We'll do a little bit of a glass. And as I was drinking it, I was like, I don't know that I can drink lemonade ever again. Like, it was just like, this has been ruined for me.
I went to Leinenkugel's that day. Mm-hmm. So I drove home that day from northern Minnesota. So I was actually feeling pretty good that night. I had a little bit of a sugar high, but I was feeling pretty good. The next morning I woke up, I felt great. I went through the whole brewery, did the tour. The tour was fantastic. I highly recommend for anybody who's up in Chippewa Falls. But you get a free pint at the end. They give you a ticket for a free pint. And they're like, do you want summer shanty? And I was like, oh, no.
No lemon.
No
lemon for the summer shandy. Yep.
I'll take a light. I'll take a Leinenkugel light. That's fine.
The summer shandy is a good beer, though.
It's great. It's great. I heard summer shanty. I was like, oh, no.
Yeah.
So they brew. I thought they only did specialty beers. They do regular Leinenkugels and Leinie Light, but it's only available within 90 miles of Chippewa Falls.
Interesting.
So I never.
I was going to say I've never had it either. With that, and then last week on the show too, before we I don't even know what the hell we did. Made terrible decisions. I had a little. I don't know if it was a realization or what. How are we describing it? Of how I'm getting old. Like, is it a realization or a I don't know. But then,
kicked you with the cojones?
Yeah, but then, and I was going off of all of these things that are adding up of I'm getting old, and then I think it was yesterday I logged into Facebook, and immediately I read something that made my back start to hurt, because Bailey is now getting accepted to college, and I was like, yep, my back hurts, I've got a bad knee, gray in the beard,
yeah.
College,
which
that just makes me feel.
I got a confession. If we're on the confession train, when you're
going to confess, this could be dangerous.
So I get the acceptance letter for Bailey that he's been accepted to school, and the first thought is he's going to live at home for another 3 years.
You're such a good dad. You're such a good dad. That's where he gets a job and gets his own place. Or goes and lives with grandma and grandpa.
I, I'm just waiting. There you go. There you go, Dave Klemola. No, I'm just waiting for one of the radio guys to leave. Oh, apartment just opened up.
That is, yeah, that very well could work that way. You messaged me, I guess it was Sunday night. I don't know. See, okay, there's another reason of I'm getting old is now I can never remember what day is.
God forbid I messaged you on the weekend.
All week though, it has been one of those things that I don't even know why. I think it might have been because it was a long weekend where my days have all been screwed up.
I couldn't get hold of you at all this week.
When did you? I responded to all of your messages, but you messaged me Sunday, and you were perturbed. I think is a good way to say. Is that a good word? You were quite.
I was upset. I was upset a few times this week. I've been upset a few times this week. Yeah,
but it was when the
beating the Twins ever.
The All-Star game happened though. The announcement. And Clayton Kershaw was selected for the All-Star game.
Yes.
And Leroy Klemola was very mad. And I said,
I was not very mad, but it was annoying.
Swear words that were said your skin would crawl. No, there was not any. I don't even think you said anything. I think you just sent me a screenshot of it. And I said, that'd be a good thing to talk about on Wednesday. And then I think
FFS. I did say FFS at the bottom.
Okay. So you did have at least one semi.
Yes.
Now, what's that stand for again?
For freak's sake.
Oh, for freak's sake. But the Clayton Kershaw thing, number one.
He needs 2,000 more to catch up to Nolan Ryan.
Do you have an issue with them? Because the biggest thing with Clayton Kershaw is he is getting a commissioner's exemption to be on the All-Star team. That does not count towards the National League's roster allotment. Do you have a problem with that? Because it does not count.
I was annoyed at first.
Until you heard that?
Nope. But in 1984, Major League Baseball did it with Ernie Banks. So this is not a new Manfred ruining baseball thing.
And he did it with Pujols maybe and Cabrera,
My issue is, and this is more than Kershaw, this is more than the All-Star game is I'm not thrilled with all of these little changes that Manfred is doing to try to brighten up the game. That is my frustration with a lot of this stuff. So automatically, if it's a Manfred decision, I'm already coming into it annoyed. All right, now we've talked. I'm fine with robot umpires. I'm fine with robot. I think that's fantastic. The extra man in the 10th inning is the dumbest rule in the world. Dumbest rule in the world. Not having the pitcher hit. Don't like that.
See, I disagree. I know
you do.
But the thing is 5 years ago, or I guess let's say 6 years ago, I never would have thought that I would have had this feeling. Christy asks, "How did I forget it was Wednesday?" I don't know. That's
quite frankly. I mean, you've been on vacation for a month and a half, so it's amazing. You know what day it is.
I'm just gonna mute you before you get yourself in trouble. Are you safe now? Are you going to be good? I feel like I have to I don't want you to. You might have to sleep on the couch tonight, and she's not even there. She's gonna kick you off.
Yeah, that's fine. When I go to my parents' house, I'm still grounded from 20 years ago. So.
Oh, it was too late. Oh boy. But so, do you have a problem with the commissioner exemption?
No.
Okay.
I did at first because I thought this was a new Manfred thing. It's not. They've been doing this forever. And once I found out it doesn't count towards, then I was okay with it. And
I mean, listen, Clayton Kershaw is...
I have enough stuff to be irritated with Manfred about.
Clayton Kershaw is the best pitcher of this generation, or in the conversation. In the conversation. Scherzer, Verlander.
Yes, at least in the conversation. Verlander would probably give you a pretty good argument, but I mean, and what I've really liked about Clayton is he has stayed with the same team. Listen, the Dodgers are good right now, but let's not act like the Dodgers have been good his whole career. he has put up with some really, really awful Dodger teams, especially when the Giants were really, really good. Oh no,
Yeah, but you can't
you
really
can't
compare
compare
those.
the two. That's like comparing a cornerback and a wide receiver. You can't do it.
I mean, is Deion Sanders better than Randy Moss? I mean, I don't know.
I don't like that discussion either, but yeah. So that's the biggest thing is I don't. We're trying to reach the young crowd, but I feel like we're doing it the wrong way, and that's the issue that I run into. But you've got. It's like at the radio station where we try to play new country music and all the old people are sitting there. We need to play. It's either 1970s or nothing. And it's like, well, there's some good country music now. I know I don't like all of it, but there's some good music now. There's not. I hate country music. It's awful.
Yeah, I can do, like, I'm with you. I do not like country music. I can do some Chris Stapleton. I can do some Tyler Childers. But you throw on Morgan Wallen and or Luke Combs or it's just horrendous. And I can't do it.
But yeah, it's just one of those things where I get why they're doing it. Look, Clayton's first ballot Hall of Famer. I mean, without a doubt, first ballot Hall of Famer, and the guy has played for the same team his whole time. And he's a really good pitcher, and he's been a really good pitcher. And he's, like I said, he's played on some really awful Dodger teams. So he's done his time, he's done his service, and I get it.
Any major snubs? Because the Reds had a big snub, Andrew Abbott, and yesterday Yamamoto for the Dodgers backed out because he's pitching on Sunday. So Andrew Abbott is taking his spot. So because of that, the Reds. The only one that you could maybe make an argument for is TJ Friedel, but he's taken a step back in the last couple of weeks, so probably didn't deserve it. But you've got Ellie, who should be the starter at shortstop. We talked about that, though, last week before last. I don't remember when they came out. But I'm really happy that Andrew Abbott got in. I mean, he has like a 2.1 ERA. He's I think he now has overtaken Skeens for the most starts in the major leagues this year, allowing one run or less. I think it's his 12 of his 16 starts have allowed one run or less.
That Brewers kid's pretty good.
Oh, the young kid?
That Brewers kid that struck out 12 Dodgers yesterday, he's been fantastic.
But did the Cubs have any snubs? Seiya Suzuki. But see, it's so tough with outfielders.
Leads the league in RBIs.
And outfielders are always the toughest because there's so many good outfielders in Major League Baseball. There's a lot of really good outfielders, and it is a popularity contest.
And that's why I don't overly. Juan Soto was also skipped, which you can make the arguments about Soto all day long, but Shohei, I mean, if you lead the league in RBIs and don't make the All-Star game, it feels weird. You lead in stats and you're on top and.
Because, the Rockies have to have a guy.
Yep.
Have to have a guy.
Which, by the way, the Rockies in the last 20 games have played better than the Yankees.
Yeah, the Reds broke the Yankees.
Rockies are 7-13. Yankees were 6-14.
The Reds broke the Yankees. I don't know if it's the same thing there as it is here, but today is the final day of what they called the dead period in high school sports.
Right.
So that means sports start again tomorrow.
So a bunch of high school NIL transfers?
Pretty much. So the Cougs had one transfer. And Leroy, I'm going to be honest, this kid, am I at the age where I can call them kids?
No.
How old do I have to be to call him kids? Because, he's 17.
Older than you.
But, he is a kid.
Okay.
Do I have to be in high school when they were born to call them a kid?
I feel like 30. Are you old enough to be their dad?
No. Well, I'd have to have been real young.
I see your message, Dad. I'm ignoring it. Yes, I see your message. Thank you.
Paul says 40.
Paul says 40.
That's a little old.
I feel like if you are old enough to be their dad, so 16 years older, so 30, 31, then you can do it.
Okay. So, but he's a great shooter. It's one of those, Like I was talking to somebody earlier this week. It's one of those, I'm going to call him a kid. One of those kids that, and you've seen this before, that, when they shoot the ball, you think it's going in every single time. Like, it's just, he's got such a smooth stroke, and it is awesome. Bobby says, I feel like high schoolers are kids to us, Sam. We've been out for 10 years. I don't disagree with that. I don't disagree with that. I mean, if you have underwear older than the kids, then is that mean
have shirts? I definitely have shirts that are older than your kids.
But I mean, like, Lexi's a kid to me, right?
Yeah.
Is Bailey a kid to me? I mean, kind of. But I feel like is that different though because I've known Bailey for so long?
I mean, you've known Bailey for quite a while.
Steven says calling him a kid isn't as bad as the old guy fussing about the parking across the street. Listen, it hasn't gotten any better. He clearly doesn't watch the show.
Loud music.
Clearly doesn't watch the show. Clearly doesn't watch the show. Because he maybe would have done. I mean, it's just like it just is. I should have taken a picture.
Here we go.
Should have taken a picture of it.
Yes.
It's just like, Leroy. Is it that hard to park? Like, is it that hard to park? And it's funny because they just like I was outside. Oh, I was grilling.
You need a dream team to come set up parking so that they can kind of guide people where to go.
Listen, I might hire Steven's son to come out there and just be a parking attendant for him. Teach him how to do it. But like, I was out there grilling. I was grilling some hamburgers last night, and I see them turn in, and they come out and just pulled like straight into the front yard. I'm like we're not even like an attempt at let's park in the parking spot. Like, we're just gonna pull in.
Paul's going to meet him next year, but the most miserable people in the world are parkers at the Indy 500.
Oh, I bet.
Like the guys that have to do.
It's just. And see, I realize that's my dad because listen, I'm gonna get on it too. You know what one of my pet peeves is? And I know this is
rant like an old man, but it's not okay for me to rant like an old man.
Because you are old. I just feel old. And here's what I want to say here. And we may have talked about this in the show. My dad and I are in agreement on this. And I know this is not a popular take, but I want to say fair or foul. Backing into parking spots in a busy parking lot.
Why?
Are you why do
you have to back in?
Thank you. Okay. It drives me crazy. Like, if there's nobody...
you can get out easier, just say you can't back up.
Yeah. It's like, I get it. If, like, you're the only one in there. Like, if you're
pulling through. Can you pull through?
That's okay. That's okay. But, like, if it's busy and you have a line of cars behind you, don't take come on. Like, we're trying to get through. We're trying to park, like at a Bengals game or something like that. Now, if you're the only one in the parking garage, go for it. Back in, and it's okay. But it drives me crazy. And then, with it, because they want to get out easier when the ball game's over. Well, learn how to back up. It's not that hard.
You might as well stand up in the plane lands.
Yeah.
Are you standing up in the plane lands?
Drives me. And at the other part about parking, because we're on it.
Ow, this is prime. Steven, you've done it. This is prime Sam.
Yeah, it's all Steven. At the Walmart. Because, I mean, Taylorville has the Walmart, right?
We have
you ever been to a Walmart before?
We have a Walmart. I've been there before.
Okay. What, maybe once?
Miss Christie, so like every week, but yeah.
Once a day?
That's being generous. Yeah. Yes.
So do you have it in your Walmart where it is like the diagonal parking spots to where it has like an up and a down? Or is it nope. Perpendicular?
We are we are one way only.
Mm-hmm. Those you don't pull through. You do not pull through those because the only way to get out then is to go out the end. And it drives me crazy when you're trying to go through that, and it's like there's somebody coming down the way, and it's like you're not supposed to drive. It's a one-way. Like there's no.
It's the Mini Coopers who are parked all the way up to the front, so it looks like the parking spot is empty. That's the one. That's the one.
And you do not back into those spots. There is no scenario where you back into those spots because it's not doing that. So I was like, did I miss it? Of course you missed something, Paul.
Yeah.
I mean, You're acting like we don't talk about anything on this show. Anything important. Okay. Is there anything else? I guess it's off my chest right off the bat, right? You got anything off your chest that you want to do? Yeah, he's smoking the dragon.
I just want to see how much more. I mean, I could complain about NIL again, but I mean, we've beaten this to a dead horse.
You've done that enough. And
Gavin McKenna is going to play hockey for the Penn State. He's considered he's supposed to be an amazing talent when he gets to the NHL level. Penn State, which isn't even one of the top hockey schools, is paying him $700,000 to go play hockey for him at the college level. $700,000. Yep.
You want to know the best part about that story?
Yeah.
Is I mean, Gavin McKenna? Is that what you said his name is?
Mm-hmm.
You could have said Bob Jefferson, and he's going to commit for Alabama A&M, and we'd be like, oh, sure, makes sense. Yep, old Bob, like old Jefferson's boy. Because
just because you don't like hockey does not make it a sport.
I'm not saying that. I'm more just saying, like, Paul would be the same way. You could have been like, hey, what is the minimum in the NHL?
850, I think, Steven.
Can you get drafted out of high school in the NHL?
$775,000 is the minimum salary on a one-way contract. $775,000. So it's not Shedeur Sanders bad, because like Shedeur can make more money at the college level than he can, especially now that he got drafted so crappy. He could make way more at the college level than he could at the NFL level.
And he's been arrested a couple of times too, or cited. I guess is the best way. Paul's facts / stats of the week. I do believe these are all facts, though. Well, I guess one of them's kind of a stat. Excuse me. Baseball umpires are required to wear black underwear to ensure a consistent appearance on the field.
Well, that way when their shirt comes up, you'll be able to. You won't know the difference.
If their pants rip.
Oh, that's true.
That's kind of what I was thinking there. But I was also thinking,
yes, by the way, yeah, Paul. Sam, you can get drafted to the NHL right out of high school.
Okay. I can't think of many times that I've ever owned a pair of black underwear. You know, like I guess I have like black plaid, but like
I have a couple pair of black boxers. The Army was tan briefs, which were horrible. Did
you have to wear tan briefs
when you were in basic?
They
didn't care.
Okay. Did they
just the basic?
How did they know?
Check. Yes.
So would they tell you to pull your pants down?
At least down enough that they could see you wearing them.
And then if you didn't, you'd have to run or
whatever punishment that they decided you should have.
Waterboard, I guess. Gosh. Hall of Fame pitcher. Love it. Did you have talking about the color of Army briefs on your bingo card for what we'd be talking about today? Didn't think so.
No.
Hall of Fame pitcher Gaylord Perry stated, "They'll put a man on the moon before I hit a home run." That was in 1963. 6 years later, just hours after Neil Armstrong stepped onto the lunar surface, Perry hit the first and only home run of his career. And your final Paul Reeves fact of the week.
Another interesting related to that story is the Cubs were playing in, I forget where they were playing, but they were on the road. And Ron Santo was the third baseman, and Ron hits a towering home run, and he comes in, and the crowd starts cheering. And he's like, "Do I go out for a curtain call on the road? Like this is weird. Like I've never had people cheer for me this much on the road. I must be doing something good." And the manager leaned over and goes, "No, you jackhole. Neil Armstrong walked on the moon."
Neil Diamond?
Neil Armstrong walked on the moon. That's what they're all cheering for. And I guess Ron was really depressed and went and sat down at the end of the row.
Funny. That's funny. The Indianapolis Colts and the Los Angeles Rams have the most number 1 overall picks with 7 each.
All that for one Super Bowl win. All that for one Super Bowl.
Those are Paul's facts of the week. Do you have your player of the week?
I do. All right. So this is this guy's birthday is today.
Okay, I'm now trying to think. Did Mark mention him? I wasn't paying attention. So that means that I'm going to be going in completely blind to this segment here today. So this is where Leroy's giving us clues. We got to guess who this player is. Who is
I had
this
to do this
player?
on the run, so it's a little different tonight than what we've done in the past.
Oh, so this is who won the World Series in 2016? I have no idea.
I don't know. Royals?
Was it Cleveland? They should have won. They deserved to win that series.
Well, rain delays happen.
I think the other team cheated. So I guess this guy wore 47 for the Cubs. Is that the Cubs?
Yes.
Okay. So it
looks
probably a reliever.
Looks like Diamondbacks. Looks like Reds or Phillies, maybe.
Red? I don't know that it was Reds. Reds.
Maybe.
Okay, zoom us out.
All right.
Oh, it's a catcher. Okay. Can you zoom in on the factoids? Yep. Okay. A Venezuelan catcher who was on that team for the Cubs. Well, this guy was not a Red. I can tell you that. Oh boy. Would you have known this guy?
Yes, but only because of the World Series.
Uh-huh.
I probably would have known him otherwise.
The name that is coming to my mind, and I don't think this is right, is Victor Caratini. But I don't think that's right.
Is not Victor.
I don't know that I'm going to get this one. Who is this?
So this guy played for Arizona, Chicago, Toronto, and the Washington Nationals. But really, he was an All-Star in 2011 and then an All-Star in 2014. Both times for the Diamondbacks. And his name was Miguel Montero.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, see, I don't know that I've been able to pull him out. That's a good one. Miguel Montero. And Mark would have not mentioned his name today. No doubt on that.
No way. No way. But
no way.
I usually try to grab one of the guys that's newer who has a higher WAR.
Mm-hmm.
And he's actually him and Willie Wilson. I don't know if you know who that is. Willie played back when I was like 10 or 11 years old. Paul probably knows who Willie Wilson is, but Willie Wilson was the highest WAR on there for today. Other guys that are celebrating birthday, at least in the baseball world today: Jack Powell, Willie Wilson, Buck Herzog. Otherwise than that, a bunch of Sonny Jackson back in 1944.
Yeah, you drop in a 1944 reference and we're
no. I promise you, I won't do that.
Let's might as well have been the best high school hockey player. Steven says there. You could have dropped in there. We'd had no idea. Let's do now. Here's a guy here, and then we'll do some play clock, and then we'll have the Elite Eight of the fast food item bracket. Elite Eight. We're down to 8 items remaining, so we'll have that. Your theme for this week is it has been 10 years since the Cincinnati Reds hosted the All-Star game. These are players that started in that game.
All right.
These are players that started in the 2015 All-Star game. Yes.
2015.
And it could be they started for the American League or they started for the National League. It could be either or. Would you like door number 1, 2, 3, or 4 here?
1. We're going
Number one. That is your first guy. Again, I'm pulling the Wikipedia pictures from these guys. One of these, the Wikipedia is very generous to you. Very generous. This one, I wouldn't necessarily classify as very generous. And I was trying to think.
Paul, didn't this guy play for the Giants for a while?
If he did, he's not known for that. I'm trying to think if he did or not. I don't have a memory of him. No, he has never played for the Giants.
Mm.
No, he has never played for the Giants.
I mean,
last
logo right there.
Last year he pitched for the Chiba Lotte Marines of the Japan League.
Great. That's fantastic. Is that Marlins logo there when they went to their weird? Was that Minnesota Twins logo?
No,
because they both went through their weird.
I would assume this would be a Twins.
Okay.
This would be a Twins.
Jason.
This guy
He
is
looks like
a former Brave by
Oh,
the name
Paul?
of Dallas Keuchel. Remember Dallas Keuchel?
I do. Had about 4 years where he was really, really good.
And then kind of fell off. 2, 3,
Yep.
or 4?
2.
Number 2. Yep, Paul got that. Dallas Keuchel.
Who's that, Buster Posey?
Do you know this one?
Paul got it, though.
So, did you know this?
No.
This is Todd Frazier, really the Todd father.
Yeah, he looks really familiar.
Who won the home run derby that year in Cincinnati.
Yep.
And I come back. I want to tell my All-Star game story coming up. Do you want 2 or 3 or 4?
4.
4. Number 4 here. Number 4. Even Steven knew.
Vidal Brujan? I'm just kidding.
Yeah, no, I don't think Vidal Brujan was quite old enough to be in the 2015 All-Star game. Frazier was the one that I was saying was easy as far as Wikipedia being. This one's a little tougher as far as Wikipedia.
Yeah. I like those shoes, though.
They are. I would say you could rock those, but I don't think you can.
Oh, sir.
Are you in the white? Are you in the white New Balance era?
2007. What?
Are you in the white New Balance era yet?
No. I'm in the. I still wear flashy shoes so everybody can see me from a mile away.
Who is this?
I have struggled with these, man, and they're all names that I know. That's what irritates me.
That's one of the things that I love about this is it's like, oh man, I forgot about that guy. This is D. Gordon.
To tell a story about him.
D. Gordon. Yep, Paul got it. D. Gordon.
Paul, you're on it, man.
D. Gordon.
All right, 3.
And the last one, you're gonna get mad. A St. Louis Cardinal on there. I never hated this guy.
I did it behind the picture so you can see.
Oh, we still saw it. It was still popping out there a little bit. Do you know who this is? Paul Reeves has pulled it out. Steven even got it. Matt Holliday.
Man, he had a home run against the Cubs one time that landed out on the street, and it was one of those where the pitcher for the Cubs was like, did the Charlie Sheen, where he was like,
asked for the ball.
Ended up with like a neck cramp. Like, give me a new ball.
So the 2015 All-Star game, Paul got them all. Good job, Paul. In Cincinnati, I just graduated from high school. And the day before, I was looking at buying tickets. Because it's like, listen, the All-Star game, how many times are you going to get the opportunity? And tickets, I don't know. I want to say I could have gotten in for me and my friend like $220 a pop.
I really want to go Wrigley next year.
$220 a pop. And I was like, I really want to do this. And my mom was like, no, you'll regret it. You'll regret spending that much money on a baseball game. Mom, guess what? I do regret it. I regret you talking me out of it. Regret.
Yeah, because you won't get back to Cincy till 2045, man.
Yeah, who knows when the next time it'll be there? And I do.
The Cubs are getting an All-Star game next year for the first time since Ryan Sandberg played for them. Or not next year, 2 years.
Oh, is it?
But
has the 2027 been on?
They just did. They just made a whole announcement on the Cubs getting an All-Star game.
Let's see. Future All-Star game locations. Let's see. I'm looking here. There is nothing announced past 2026, which is kind of interesting that they've not announced that. Because usually they announce it a couple of years in advance.
On Wikipedia, they're saying that the Cubs are getting it in 2027.
Huh. It doesn't say this on the Wikipedia page that I'm looking at. Interesting.
Okay. Well, give me a second.
Okay, this says AI is saying that. It's not been announced. Interesting. Oh, it says here, as of June 9th, 2025, No decision has been made on the host city, but the Cubs are the front runner. The Cubs are the front runner. So, as of a month ago. This is great podcasting. This is why people come and listen to us, right?
That's right.
Oh, I did see she started sharing it. Yeah, so you're looking at the same page I am.
1990 was the last time the Cubs hosted an All-Star game. And the wind was blowing in for the home run derby. Ryan Sandberg won the whole thing with like 8 home runs, I think.
What a terrible home run derby. What a terrible home run derby.
Oh, yeah.
Well, time for a little bit of play clock sequence here, where we have 40 seconds to ask or answer a question. Would you like to ask or answer first?
I will ask first.
Okay.
All right. I am asking you as a because I know you hate them, and that's fine. So the Chicago Cubs, for those who don't know about baseball that are watching, the Cubs do a 7th-inning stretch where they sing a song. Now, it used to be the Harry Carey, who was the Cubs' prized announcer, used to sing it. When Harry died, they started doing guest conductors who would sing. And some of them are good. Most of them are horrible. That's kind of the fun. But Alex Cooper, who apparently is a celebrity podcaster, I don't know who she is. That's part of me being old, which is fine. Has some podcast called something.
Call Her Daddy, right? Call Her Daddy, I think is what it is.
Call Her Daddy, yeah, something stupid like that. And Alex Cooper made the whole thing about herself, made the whole thing about her followers, and did it completely stupid. And got booed. And it's hard to get booed at Wrigley when you're winning by 8 runs. Just say it. It's hard to get booed at Wrigley. So I ask you, Sam, as a outsider who doesn't care at all, what would you do if you were the Cubs with that 7th-inning stretch? Would you just have Harry do every single game, get rid of it completely, or no, Alex, not Alice? That's probably why she was booed, because everybody expected Alex Cooper to do it. But what are your thoughts on the 7th-inning stretch as a non-Cubs fan? What are your thoughts?
I'd never put any thought to it in the least. I mean, I guess it's kind of fun when you have the guest conductors. I'm trying to think. The game I went to Wrigley, I don't think there was one. I don't think there was anybody special.
So was it Harry that did it?
The Cubs were getting, I think that and I'm not like, this is not me being I think it was like 20-2. I think the Cubs were just getting annihilated that day by the Brewers. So there weren't many people still left there. And it was just us walking around in our red shirts and everything. And they're probably like, who are these guys? They didn't ask us, though. They didn't ask us. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's fine. Whatever. I guess if you're going to have somebody, let them do it. But if not, do the Harry.
What's hysterical is there were so many articles that were written the next day about, pomp and circumstance of the ceremony. And I don't care too much, but like realize what it's for, and that's not about you.
So there was a Cincinnati radio personality that had an interesting poll question on his Twitter. And honestly, the results of it kind of surprised me. So I'm curious on dropping this to you. Would you be okay with losing the 2027 MLB season, meaning no baseball, if it meant getting a salary cap and a salary floor for the game?
Yes. But if I'm telling you that with a caveat, you are too young to know about baseball in the 1994 strike. Okay. The 1994 strike hurt baseball horribly to a point where it took and I'm saying this, and I don't care.
Steroids?
It took Mark McGwire and Sammy Sosa to save the game, and steroids for the game to be saved. I don't necessarily know if baseball can recover year off.
See, that's why I vote no, because I don't think it can recover.
I don't know if it can.
And that's why I'd vote no. I love it.
I do. I think it needs it. It absolutely needs it. I don't know if baseball can recover from in 2025. So
we have the same mentality then.
Yeah, 2027. I don't know if baseball can recover from a lockout/strike. Yes, Paul and I have figured out this week that Ellis Burks was absolutely on steroids. He had average, massive year, weak.
Too many, and I think Steven's right here. Too many other options to get attention now. And honestly, I think there's only one sport that could survive something like that, and I think it's the NFL.
Yep.
Survive NFL, a year off.
NFL would take a hit.
They would, but they'd survive. Like they're the only ones. Yes. I guess they're the only ones that I think the people would come back quickest. I guess should be the
NBA would. NBA would. Because the thing is the diehards of NBA will like NBA no matter what. Will it take a hit? Absolutely, but NBA would survive a season of missing a season.
Would hockey?
Yeah, and the only reason I say that is because of Canada. Honestly, hockey survived quite a few lockouts. It's part of the reason why people hate Bettman, their commissioner. It's because they've had 3 lockouts in the last 15 years.
I'm ready for your question.
I have $10,000 for you and a first-class ticket to go to wherever you want to go. All expenses paid. You leave tomorrow. Vacations approved. Where are you going? 5 days, 4 nights.
That's not a very long trip. Are you paying for room and board?
Yep.
Okay, so I'd have two. I've always wanted to go to Australia. But I feel like that's a long way to go for 5 days. Like that's a long flight and everything. So I'd probably pick like give me one of those places in the Caribbean that like you have the hotel room that's like halfway outside and it's got the really good view, or even one of those huts in the water that you kind of have your own hut to where nobody knows where I am. The only people that need to know where I am, but there's not really cell phone service. Maybe there's some Wi-Fi, but it's really crappy Wi-Fi to where it's like, if you need to send an email, you can. Give me something like that. Anything more than that, and I'm not interested. Okay, here's the question for you. I had to pull it up on my phone here. I don't think she's watching anymore, which is probably a good thing.
Great. I'm going to get in trouble.
Your wife has been kidnapped. And is being held. So Steven says the Holy Land if the war died down. Otherwise, the outback of Australia boxing a kangaroo. Now, I'd pay good money to watch him box a kangaroo. Your wife has been kidnapped, Leroy, and is being held in a location 30 minutes away. You're driving to rescue her. It's a warm night and your windows are down. Do you listen to music on the drive there? Yes or no? And what are you listening to?
Cotton Eye Joe. No, I mean, my phone automatically is synced to my car to play music because I have a ton of songs on my. So it would probably just pick up right where I left. I'd be so distracted I wouldn't even be paying attention to it. But I'd probably play Nirvana, like heavy, like early, like still heavy Nirvana. That's probably what I'd play. Or
not Let the Bodies Hit the Floor, or Don't Fear the Reaper by Blue Oyster Cult.
Shine Down Enemies. There you go.
I Need a Hero.
Oh. No. Hey, kiss her goodbye. That's what I play.
Mr. Brad Paisley.
Steven, our judge's name is Brad Paisley.
Is it really?
Yeah, our judge's name is Brad Paisley.
That's funny. Well, I don't have a wife, so I guess I can't answer that question. So
I have a quote for you since I don't have too many tidbits tonight.
I don't like that. Dion, I tell you, I don't have a wife, and you're like, I got a quote for you. I'm like, oh God, what the hell is this about here?
Deion Sanders says he wishes college football had a salary cap like the NFL does. Quote, all you got to do is look at the college football playoff and see what those teams spent, and you'll understand darn well why they're in the playoffs. Your thoughts?
I mean, how much money did Deion spend last year? Shut up.
Well, listen, we're already there. We're already paying them a bunch of money. Might as well set a salary cap while we're at it. Come on, let's make this a
But
full-blown league, right?
if you're gonna set a salary cap, then you're gonna have to allow the athletes to collectively bargain, and then they're gonna be able to unionize, and then this is turning into a completely different thing.
Hey, why stop now, man? Why stop now? Come on, this is your baby, Sam.
Well, I don't think there should be a salary cap. Let them be paid whatever the hell they want. Because if you're gonna put a cap on things, then they're gonna have to collectively bargain, and they're gonna have to unionize. And the NCAA, guess what they do not want? They do not want them to unionize. Because I think if they unionize, then the NCAA goes away.
Oh, I know. That's why they shut down Northwestern when they tried to unionize. That's a little bit before your time. It's a little bit before your time. Caitlin Clark is back. She's over her injury. I'm sure everyone, Christy, is really excited. The midseason grades for all 30 ML teams came out. We'll get to a few of them. Tigers, A+. Again, Javi Baez. My goodness. Terry Skubal, legend. Astros, A. Cubs, A-. Blue Jays, A-. Brewers, B+. Rays, for some reason, B+. Dodgers, B. Phillies, Cardinals, and Giants, all B. Mets, Mariners, B. Angels, Padres, B-. Reds, C+, Sam.
I agreed. I think they nailed it.
Now, Reds are stuck in neutral. Leave out 2022 when they lost 100 games, and it's been a string of 500-ish seasons. 31-29 in 2020, 83-79 in 2021, 82-80 in 2023, 77-85 in 2024. Now, similar records so far in 2025. The hope was that Terry Francona would be a difference maker. Maybe that will still play out down the stretch, but they're going to need a little bit of help from their rotation. Yankees, Marlins, Diamondbacks, C. Red Sox, Royals, White Sox, C-. Not sure how the White Sox have a C-, but I digress.
Because they can't be worse than last year?
Correct. Twins, D+, Pirates, D+, Rangers, D+, Nationals, D, Guardians, Athletics, D-, and the Orioles, Rockies, and Atlanta sitting with Fs on the season.
Just an F, not an F-?
Just an F. Just an F.
Just an F.
Just F. Based on preseason expectation, the Braves have clearly been the biggest disappointment in the National League, fighting the Orioles for most disappointing overall. The Braves have not missed the playoffs since 2017, but that run is clearly in jeopardy. The
Braves are winning, though, right now, Leroy. Don't let them get hot.
Great. That's fantastic. I love it. The Yankees DFA'd DJ LeMahieu after some, quote, hard conversations. And apparently the NFL has basically done a large cover-up. The NFLPA, along with the NFL senior leaders of the Players Association and the NFL, struck an unusual confidentiality agreement that hid the details of an arbitration decision from players, including a finding that league executives had urged team owners to reduce guaranteed player compensation. Arbitrator ruled there wasn't sufficient evidence of collusion by owners in contract negotiations with quarterbacks after the record fully guaranteed contract signed by quarterback Deshaun Watson in 2022. Any such collusion to keep salaries down would violate the collective bargaining agreement between the NFL and the union. There are my tidbits for today.
It's time now for the quarterfinals of the fast food item bracket. Are you ready? And then there were 8. We are coming to an end of this bracket. Your first matchup of the day, please comment in the comment section which item you prefer in these matchups. We have 3 from McDonald's, 2 from Taco Bell, 1 from Dairy Queen, 1 from Chick-fil-A, and 1 from KFC.
What that meant in English is they're covering up stuff that they did to try to keep salaries down. That's what I'm telling you.
Your first matchup, the Chicken McNuggets against the fries from McDonald's. The Chicken McNuggets against McDonald's fries. And Leroy is leaving the room while we're voting. Do you have a vote on this at least before you leave?
No, figure it out, and I'll be the tiebreaker.
Can you believe this? I feel like I should just get rid of him in this. Should we just kick him from the party? I think I have the ability to ban him. I do have the ability to ban him from the studio. I'm kind of interested as to what happens if I do that. I could kick him out. If someone says to kick him out or to ban him, I will. John's voting for the McNuggets. I will vote for the McNuggets. Paul votes for the fries. Steven votes for the McNuggets.
I'm very sad. This is my last beer, Sam.
I got a couple more.
Hey, ship me one.
No. Because then I can't drink it.
Yep.
What is your vote?
Nuggets.
Chicken McNuggets advance. Chicken McNuggets are the first team in the Final Four. KFC Original versus the Taco Bell. No, we do not have any lemonade, Steven. I do have some, but I don't want to drink it.
Yeah.
KFC Original Fried Chicken versus your traditional Taco Bell taco. KFC versus Taco Bell. You're looking at the tried and true of both. Like a fried chicken leg, extra crispy, versus a Taco Bell taco. What's your vote? John's voting for the taco.
Yeah, Taco Bell.
2 votes for the Taco Bell. 3 votes for Taco Bell. I'm going to have to vote for Taco Bell too to make it 4 votes for Taco Bell. Steven will give the vote, though, to KFC to give them 1 vote. But Taco Bell advances to the Final Four where they will face McNuggets next week. There's a matchup for you, Leroy. Chicken McNuggets against the Taco Bell taco.
Yeah, original. Paul's right. Original all day. Original better than extra crispy.
Yeah, extra crispy original is the same difference. Same difference. Oh, no, it's not. I know. Extra crispy is much better. Extra crispy is much better than original. The Taco Bell beefy 5-layer burrito against a Dairy Queen Blizzard.
The bathroom. The bathroom.
Which is a very difficult decision because these could not really be much more different.
I'll go with the Blizzard.
And I'll go with the beefy 5-layer burrito. Because I honestly, legitimately could not tell you the last time I had a Blizzard.
Really? You need to have a strawberry cheesecake one. They have a royal cheesecake. Oh my gosh, it's fantastic.
We've been over this. I don't like cheesecake.
I know. That's why I tell them that all the time.
Wow, the Blizzard blows this one away. The Blizzard advances. I will say this right now. We were joking about next year's contest being the winner of this. We are not having a Blizzard eating contest because that would... We think lemonade almost killed us.
Oh, the headache. Oh, my goodness.
Or maybe it will be a McDonald's quarter pounder with cheese against the Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich. For me, this is easy. This is McDonald's. Quarter pounder with cheese.
Yeah, quarter pounder with cheese.
Yeah.
I see. I'm a much bigger fan of Chick-fil-A nuggets than I am McDonald's nuggets, but quarter pounder QPC all day, man.
Yeah, honestly, the Chick-fil-A sandwich should have been eliminated a while ago. I said what it is. How many nuggets?
I said what I said. What?
How many nuggets? How many McNuggets could you eat?
I ate 15 today at lunch. So 25.
You're fat. We got another vote for the quarter pounder. Paul's voting for the chicken sandwich. Steven's voting for the quarter pounder.
What do you mean? How many do you eat? Not 15?
Like a 6-piece, right? That's what the normal, I mean, so what I'll usually do is, sometimes I'll do the deal where it's like you can get a quarter pounder with cheese and a 10-piece.
Yes.
So I'd eat both of those. So if I...
Let's see comments. How many chicken nuggets could you... If I had a whole plate of warm, ready to go chicken nuggets, could you eat?
Right? We're talking about McNuggets.
Yes.
I could maybe do 20.
I could shoot.
See, the thing is what I'm thinking about is the quarter pounder advances.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about, I'm going to eat 20. I'm like, imagining, like, I might have to shut down my block for the relapse I have.
The world record is 150 chicken nuggets, McDonald's chicken McNuggets in 58 minutes, 59 seconds. 150 in 58 minutes, 59 seconds.
No way. I mean, how long would it take you to eat 150 nuggets?
150? Couple hours easily, if not longer.
Christy thinks you could eat 30. How many beers are you having beforehand? That's probably the good question, right?
2 or 3. Let's do it. And I'm gonna have something from my garden too, if you know what I mean. I'll give you the munchies.
A jalapeno?
Yes.
Oh God, Steven says he ate 16 White Castles.
Listen, I'm telling you, you want to talk about fast food restaurants that don't get the respect that they deserve?
White
right
Castle?
There. Oh.
Well, White Castle, didn't those got eliminated round 1?
I know. 150.
That's right, the Baconator beat it. I mean, 150 nuggets.
The average untrained human stomach, which I can't believe I'm even reading this, can comfortably hold 1 to 1.5 liters of food. Through systematic training, competitive eaters can expand this to 4 to 6 liters. Given that 100 McNuggets occupy about 2.5 to 3 liters of space, gastric training becomes a critical component of preparation. What are we even doing?
I mean, 20 is like where I feel like I could do it, and I feel like, I don't know if I feel confident, but like I feel like, yeah, I could do 20, you know. 25, I feel like that would be the mark where I'm like, I hate myself. And then anything above 25, and it's like, yeah, I'm getting the meat sweats. You know, I'm stroking out a little bit, probably. You know, that you'll get the eye twitch. That'll happen with it, you know. But I mean, gastric training. Did you have that in basic?
No, basic training was you had 5 minutes after the drill sergeant sat down.
So let's say in your prime, like in the military, how many McNuggets could you have put down?
35, 40.
Like after a long day out in the heat?
Oh yeah, 35 to 40.
But
I mean, I was burning like a ton of calories.
But let me guess, there probably weren't many McDonald's overseas, were there?
I have a picture. I have to find it. I'll send it to you, of Kuwait McDonald's. And it's fantastic looking.
Did you eat there?
It's got it's got the whole Arabic, like backwards, like McDonald's.
Did they have like things that we don't have?
Yeah.
Because I've seen that, like I don't even remember where it is. One of the, maybe it's like French McDonald's has like a tomato one with tomato sauce on it and like mozzarella cheese or something.
They had a breakfast sandwich at Britain McDonald's that had brown sauce, a hash brown, sausage, bacon, all in a burrito. And it was one of the best things I've ever eaten in my life.
Well, have you seen the new McMuffin that they just came out with yesterday or day before?
I have not. I need to see if I can find this British.
There's spicy sauce on it. There's spicy sauce on it. So it's like a spicy McMuffin. And then tomorrow, Paul says we're eating camel fillets. And Steven wants to know if they were goat nuggets.
No, they were not goat nuggets. I did have goat over there, though.
I've had camel. I don't know that I've had goat. Was goat good?
Yeah. Yeah, it wasn't bad.
Uh-huh. Well, and then tomorrow at McDonald's, did you see what comes back? The snack wraps tomorrow.
Oh, all right.
Might be my lunch tomorrow. Go get myself a snack wrap.
All right. Here, you guys see this.
Are you sharing your screen?
Yeah, hold on.
So this is the Kuwait McDonald's?
No, this is
the okay.
British breakfast wrap.
British breakfast wrap with ketchup. So what's on it?
Hash brown, sausage, egg, cheese, and ham.
Okay. And brown sauce?
Or bacon. Yeah, and then brown sauce, yeah.
Okay. I mean, I don't know why that wouldn't be good.
Yeah. Bacon, cheese, egg, sausage, hash brown, brown sauce. Although this has ketchup on it, the real one has brown sauce on it.
What restaurant has the best breakfast? What fast food place is the best breakfast?
Wendy's.
I listen. It's really good. McDonald's and Wendy's are the two. I've heard a lot about Hardee's breakfasts. Oh, Paul says his wife says I know entirely too much about fast food. Said he's single. That explains a lot. Well, yeah, probably. I like the sleeve idea over the butcher paper.
Well,
Paul, your wife's not wrong. Your wife's not wrong. When you're a single guy, you eat a lot of fast food.
I wonder if they have it. Let me look. Kuwait McDonald's. That's funny.
What were we? The breakfast I've heard is really good is Hardee's, but I've never actually done the Hardee's breakfast, and I'm sure Steven has, and will probably say it's really good. But I've heard good things about it. The one though that disappoints me.
I found the picture.
is Taco Bell. Taco Bell breakfast.
You weren't thrilled with their breakfast?
I guess I went in with very high expectations, and it just didn't meet. It didn't meet that.
I mean, this is what I've eaten at. I've eaten at this McDonald's.
Okay. Interesting. We got to be careful that any fingers don't pop up on your screen here.
Oh, shut up.
Fingers.
Big Mac. Was that McRoyal, quarter pounder, big tasty, 2 cheeseburgers, double cheeseburger, McChicken, spicy McChicken, chicken McNuggets, desserts, and drinks.
Steven says the chicken biscuit is a game changer at Hardee's. Now that sounds good. I just never go out to breakfast. Never eating breakfast at Taco Bell. Now,
I'm on the air at 7:20. I'm not going out to get food beforehand.
And see, since we work from home, I'm not going to. But like.
It's so rough. I have to eat. I have to work from home.
You know, I'm not going to leave my house if I don't have to. That would mean I'd have to interact with people, Leroy, and I don't like doing that. I mean, listen. What? My grandma always used to say, and the older I get, the more I realize she was correct.
Yeah. I become less of an Eric Foreman fan and more of a Red Foreman fan.
Well, see, what she would always say is, I like food, not people. It's like, Grandma, honestly, the older I get, the more correct I think she was.
So they were supposed to hold.
Oh, go for it.
They were supposed to hold. So our summer league, the Prospect League, had their All-Star game in Springfield this year. They were supposed to have it last year. It rained, so they moved it to this year. Unfortunately, you get 2 days off in the Prospect League. 1 day's for the Home Run Derby, 1 day's for the All-Star break, and then they're back to playing the very next day because they only have a limited window to get these summer league games in. The last year, they couldn't get either game in at all. They couldn't get the Home Run Derby in. They couldn't get the All-Star game, and it rained both days. This year, it rained heavily for the All-Star game, but it rained from 2 to 5, and the game is supposed to start at 7. They still had to cancel the game because there was so much standing water on the field. The field does not have good drainage. The park department for Springfield, Sangamon County, owns the stadium. So all day today on Facebook, the Horseshoes, which is this team, have been arguing with the park department on Facebook publicly about we're sorry that the All-Star game got canceled. Maybe if the park department knew what they were doing, we'd actually be able to get a game in. Clearly, they don't want to put any money into actually getting us a decent drainage system, despite the number. And they had attendance levels and all of this. And I'm telling you, like, everyone was grabbing the popcorn and was like, yeah, go on. So I don't know who the two interns were that were going back and forth, but I wonder if higher up people knew that the two interns were going at it between.
Hey, what are you doing? What are you doing? NASCAR this week heads to Sonoma, back-to-back road courses. I love that they go. They go
on your win. Yes.
They go Chicago, Sonoma, Dover. Like,
that's a weird.
That's a hell of a trip there. Last week I picked Shane Van Gisbergen or whatever his name is. Didn't end up getting the most points though. Bobby ended up getting the most points picking Kyle Busch, who somehow finished like 15th and got more points than SVG. NASCAR.
Because SVG's a part-timer and okay.
You're supposed to check your messages, Leroy. It was Dan that picked Kyle Busch. And so Dan ended up winning last week with 41. I got 40. Bobby got 25. Paul got 24. Leroy and John both got 14. The overall standings, I am in first place with 592. Leroy's in second at 517. Paul at 451. John at 322. And Steven at 63. Sorry, Steven. Darrell Waltrip did not win last week. Ended up not qualifying. So they're at Sonoma this week. Who you taking?
SVG.
I thought about it because
technically
I can, but you know what? I felt like I'm going to go with Kyle Larson.
Back to back, baby.
Especially now that I know that you're taking SVG, you might be the curse. So Leroy's put the SVG hex on him, and I'm going to take Kyle Larson.
Suarez is going to win. Just tick me off. Because Suarez is my actual driver.
So Paul is picking Kyle Larson as well. Now I kind of want to change my pick since Paul's picking Larson. John, should I just give... Steven is picking Richard Petty. Okay. I like it. John, should I just put Logano down? I'll just put Logano down. He hasn't picked... Oh, wait, no. He hasn't picked Logano, okay, since Pocono. So he picked Bell last week. So I'll just go ahead and give him Logano. I feel like he's not going to be mad at me for that, is he?
No.
And if he is, he is. Oh, look at that. He's going to go Christopher Bell for the second straight week.
Coming out of nowhere. The John Meister.
Next week, we'll have the final four of the fast food item bracket, which is McNuggets against the Taco Bell Taco and the Blizzard versus the Quarter Pounder with Cheese. We're going to do a Quarter Pounder with Cheese eating contest? Oh, he's going to go with Suarez. John is.
Not me, baby.
How many Quarter Pounders with Cheese could you eat?
3.
How many Quarter Pounders with Cheese should you eat?
Half.
My
doctor's going, no.
So on KSR later this week, they're doing a food eating contest because somebody opened his mouth saying he could do something. And I'm curious here. So it was how many donuts that you could eat in 10 minutes.
What kind of donuts?
So these are larger glazed donuts. Not a Krispy Kreme, but a little bit bigger. In 10 minutes.
Circle? Like
yeah.
Okay.
Like glazed, but it is a bigger glazed donut.
The most I ever had was 6.
But was that in 10 minutes?
No, it's probably about half an hour.
Like I was trying to think. I don't know that I could eat 3.
I could maybe do 3.
Yeah. In 10
3
minutes.
and 10 minutes. Ugh.
Paul says he could eat 8 in 10 minutes. Do we have a new July 4th challenge? And we're going to have to make Paul Reeves eat 8 donuts in 10 minutes? Like, I don't know how many I could eat. Steven says greater than 1 per minute. So that's a lot.
Greater than 1 per minute? It's a 10?
So you think you could do 10, Steven? I don't. See, for me, the issue is that was our issue, I think, with the lemonade, is the acidity. So he says he could eat 8 Krispy Kreme size.
I wonder if, because I gulped it. I wonder if because I tried the water approach, where if you like just take big giant. I wonder if I sipped it, but I just sipped it constant instead of trying to gulp it down. I wonder if I would have done better.
Well, if you want, next week we can try it again.
No. Maybe Christmas.
We'll do an eggnog. No,
Lexi loves it. Lexi be like, yeah. Lexi loves eggnog, man.
I don't know that I could drink a shot glass of eggnog. I mean, I could, but it would.
Is it the cream?
I don't know what it is. And now it has probably been 10 years since I've tried it. Those things go down smoother than a White Castle sliders.
Yeah,
eggnog,
both ways too, man. Both ways.
Could you? Do you like eggnog?
That'd be heavy, man. Eggnog. I do like it, but
ooh,
that'd be heavy, dude.
It's the taste. Yeah. See,
have you ever had it with whiskey, Paul?
What is happening at your house?
Our neighbor has a truck, and he revs it every time he goes by our house because Christy pissed him off like a year ago, and he's been going after us ever since.
Hell yeah. What'd she do?
I don't know what she did.
I don't like eggnog. And again, it has been a long time
since I've tried it.
It was loud. It was loud. That's the thing. I mean, I don't know if it was just me. Consistency would get you with the nog. Yeah. Because it's thick. It's thick, isn't it?
Yes. That says I gotta mix it with the whiskey. I'll win either way.
Yeah, we're gonna be doing the show, and we're just gonna see Leroy. And that's from the Pressbox for today, as Leroy is falling over in his chair.
Just lights up there like a cartoon.
Yeah. Christy! Oh, and I would love nothing more than to see her bust through that door behind you to see you passed out, blacked out from doing that in the back. Because she would be so mad at you, wouldn't she? She'd be so mad. Elmer's glue thick, yeah. Ugh.
I don't know what she's. I don't get drunk, so I don't know what she's talking about. I've never had an issue in my life.
On that note, any parting thoughts?
If you haven't seen the 7 Things stretch from Alex Cooper, you need to go watch it. It's on YouTube. It's so brutally bad, dude. Oh my goodness.
Watch Quarterback too, the new Netflix show. And
my driver won IndyCar last week. He picked up his 59th career win. So he's won 59 races out, earned 12, something like 1 out of every 7 races he wins. Pretty crazy. And he started in racing in 2003. He's won at least 1 race for the last 21 years straight.
How many championships?
6.
But it's been a while, right?
2020 was his last championship.
Yeah, it doesn't count. 2020 doesn't count. It's Mickey Mouse Championship, right? Isn't that what they say?
No, not for it. They did a pretty full season. Almost everybody else, yeah, we kind of make that joke, but they did a pretty full season that year.
We'll see you back next week. Final 4 of the fast food item bracket, and who knows what could be happening.
It was going to be about the lemonade. Wasn't my fault.
Yes, Christy was.
Paul, we are going to get you in on one of these competitions. I'm telling you, it's going to happen one way or the other. We're going to get you involved in
maybe nugget eating. Is it McNuggets next year?
Yeah, I think so. I think it is.
See, I just don't. I'm gonna. See, the downside to that is I'm gonna roll up to the McDonald's drive-thru and be like, I need 30 McNuggets, and it's just gonna be me in the car, and they're gonna be like,
Did you have any issues after you drank the lemonade, though?
No, it's all good. It's all good.
It's all good?
All good. See you next week from the press box. Until next time, that is.
From the